There's three guys that should be considered, and at least one of them's got to be in your lineup if you hope to win. Kirill Kaprizov, $7,900, remains a top-scoring winger among his peers. 40 shots on goal, along with 16 points his last 10 outings. Gets a Winnipeg team that's not looking very good to me of late. Ditto for Johnny Gaudreau. That top line of Calgary is just sizzling. $7,700 the price tag against an Anaheim club that's heading the opposite direction from Calgary. Gaudreau's got 4 goals, 12 assists, and 32 shots on goal in his last 10 games played. And then finally, Kyle Connor, the one guy in Winnipeg who's consistently holding his own, but his price tag is depressed at only $6,900. He's got 16 points in his last 10 innings, but a whopping 52 shots on goal in that same period. It's a tough assignment against Minnesota, but I think he's going to represent.
Jeff, who's your winger tonight?
Well, I mean, look, the Carolina Hurricanes forwards they all look a little undervalued. I'm not really scared of Florida here in this matchup. Florida hasn't been the same team on the road. They're not scared to get in shootouts either. They don't have the greatest penalty kill. Andrei Svechnikov at $5,900 to me is the most undervalued at this position. 14 points in his last 10 games. He's got 4 goals in his last 3 games as well. I mean, I just love this guy as a player, quite frankly, and he's really sort of picked up the pace here over the last month. I was almost went with Sebastian Aho as my pick at center, but Svechnikov, quite frankly, is the better value of those two. And I think you could even you stack that entire Carolina Hurricanes second line if you wanted to get a little bit contrarian tonight. So I think a couple of guys Paul mentioned, like Connor definitely looks too cheap as well. But if you're paying up for McKinnon at center, or if you're spending money elsewhere, Svechnikov is just such a good sort of mid-tier value tonight. Again, I'm not afraid of going with the Hurricanes here. I wouldn't be shocked if they went outright either.
AJ, take us to the wing.
Well, I'll start by agreeing with something Jeff said, in that I think if you're going to look at that Colorado-Vegas game, targeting Colorado is the preferred option here. Let's not forget, Robin Lehner suffered an injury here and is such in doubt right now that rumors started popping up that Vegas was going to reacquire Marc-Andre Fleury from the Chicago Blackhawks. Like, the GM, Kelly McCrimmon, had to come out and say, like, that's totally not true. Like, that's how concerning things are, I think, around Lehner right now. But for me, I think I go to what Paul said here and stick with the Flames. They've just been so good. I do still think they have the best matchup tonight. Johnny Gaudreau, 7,700. You could go Matthew Tkachuk, too, 6,600. A little bit cheaper. But, yeah, just the Avs going up, the Flames going up against the Ducks is just better matchup than Colorado, Vegas, Florida, or Carolina in this one. So if you're targeting the top end of the price range, I think you look Flames.